Welcome to Roughing It with Ruth, the channel where everything is a bit rough around the edges. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit scratchy, I just woke up. We are at the Ezemvelo Nature Reserve. We are actually doing a practice backpacking trip with the entire group of friends and family who is going to be doing the Otter Trail a little bit later this year. So it's quite exciting. It's the first time that we've all been together to do a practice backpacking trip, and we are staying at the river camp at Essenvello, which is right in the middle of the Otter Trail, which is their 21-kilometer trail. So it's about a 10-kilometer hike both days, first to get to the overnight hut and then to get back. You can also just drive to the river camp to stay there with a car if you want. You should tell the people at reception that you're going to be backpacking to the river camp, because they deliver solar lights for you to the camp. Obviously, if you're driving, then they just hand you the solar lights to take with. But you can also ask them to deliver some wood at the same time if you want to buy a few bags of wood and not lug them along on your backpacking trip, which is what we did, and we're really, really glad that we did that, because we could have a lovely warm fire to sit around, and it was a very good decision all round. The river camp itself is very rustic. It's not glamorous accommodation at all. The dormitory style place where you sleep is separate from the communal kitchen larper cooking area, and both of them are made just from planks. So there's quite a few gaps in the walls, there's no insulation. The larper area has a thatch roof, and the dormitory area, I think, has a corrugated iron roof. The dormitory area can sleep 20 people in 10 bunk beds, so you will be sharing the sleeping space. The kitchen area has quite a large gas range with 4 gas plates on it for cooking. They also have a gas fridge freezer, which is very nice for storing cold food. And then there's some countertop workspace in the kitchen and battery-powered lights. It does not have any pots and pans or plates or bowls or cutlery or anything like that. There's no bedding on any of the beds, so you really do have to bring absolutely everything yourself. The one thing that I would recommend not forgetting, which is something that we didn't bring, are firelighters. We luckily did have some newspaper, and we did also have a candle that they left here for us, so we were able to get the fire going, but it would have probably been quite a bit easier with firelighters. They did also leave us a couple of rolls of toilet paper, which was very nice. There are hot water showers. They run off a gas geyser, and we did find them to be pretty temperamental. You have to turn the hot tap on and off and on and off and on and off until the pilot light kicks in, and then after a while the pilot light just goes out, so you have to go through that process again. But there are hot showers. The whole place is also, it has a very rustic feel. It wasn't very clean when we got here. We did have to wipe down all of the chairs before we sat on them and things like that. The real draw card of the river camp is how cheap it is. We only paid 200 Rand per person per night, which I think is incredibly reasonable if you're doing a backpacking trip or if you're a student and you want to save a bit of money. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more from me, then you can click on my channel name to see videos that I've made in the past, or you can subscribe to my channel to see videos that I'm going to make in the future.